All right, guys, this is one-on-one with Avery Bradley,
Hey, what's up, man?
and this is his skills camp. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this is something that we've been doing for the past 7 years, and it's a way that not only we can teach kids about some of the fundamentals of basketball, but a way that we can give back to the community, and it's something that me and my closest friends we all enjoy. I sat them down, and I was like, man, I want to do an Avery Bradley Skills Academy, but I said I don't want this to just be something that we just go and just play fun games. Like I actually want to teach them the game of basketball, even though it's a over a period of 3 days, but it gives us a chance to, start the kids off with good habits, and we're enjoying ourselves, man.
So I was here for a while, so I was watching your skills camp, and I was just wondering, like, what does it mean to you to actually be a role model to these kids and a big influence?
It means a lot to me. I want to help inspire these kids. A lot of them might have aspirations, to be a professional basketball player. And, I feel like with me being here and being here all camp and them having a chance to ask me questions, have a chance to learn things from me, I feel like it only, inspires them to want to be the best basketball players they can be. And that's the only reason, I do this. And that's all I care about. I care about the kids, and we really enjoy it, my entire team.
Next thing, I was on Instagram and I searched your name. I found an Instagram for your skills camp, but then I found like a bunch of fan pages. I don't know if you're aware. So like, what does it mean to you to have so many supporters, and is it important to you to keep in touch with them?
Yeah. First off, it's cool. It's very cool to know that I have a lot of fans out there that appreciate the way that I play, and I do think it's important for me to keep in touch with them because I wouldn't be who I am without them. I wouldn't have those people that help motivate me to want to be a better player, a better person, if it wasn't for those guys. So
Yeah.
they mean everything to me, and I really appreciate all my supporters.
Yeah. Cool. You're on the Celtics for 7 years. Pretty much sometimes that's like half a guy's career in the NBA, right? So, I mean, like, how does it feel with the departure from a team that you started off as a rookie and you've been, so far in the playoffs? How does it feel with the whole departure now?
It's a tough thing, but it's part of the business. One thing I've been able to learn playing 7 years in the NBA is that things like this can happen. You can be traded at any time. It's just part of the business, and just have to appreciate it and make the most of it. And that's what I'm doing now. And me now being on the Detroit Pistons, I feel like it's a great opportunity for me to grow. That's how I look at it. Everything in life is it's all about experiences. And now that I have a chance to play for Detroit Pistons, I'm gonna have a chance to learn from a new coach,
Yeah.
learn from new players that I'm playing with. So
Playing with Drummond now.
yeah, now
Yeah.
I'm playing with Drummond. So
Yeah.
I feel like he'll help grow my game. All
Oh,
these
yeah.
different experiences, which help make me the player that I want to be.
Oh, yeah. What do you think you bring to the Pistons?
I think I bring a nasty, like a dog type mentality.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound cliche or anything, but I'm hoping that I can bring the bad boys back. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I mean? That's what I want to help bring. I want to bring leadership. I want to bring a guy that brings it every single night.
Yeah.
Not to say that the guys don't, or not to take anything away from the players they have, but I know what I can bring to this team can definitely help us be have a successful season.
Yeah. So you played with Isaiah for a while. You guys have grown a bond. I know that. How does it feel going on a different team with the same conference? Like, is there a sort of competitiveness now with Isaiah?
Yeah, for sure. Every time I step on the floor, I go to battle with the guys that have Detroit
Yeah.
on their jerseys now, or Pistons, excuse me. So it's definitely gonna be a battle.
Yeah.
When I play them in Detroit, when I play them in Boston,
Yeah.
I mean I'm gonna bring it. So I know they're gonna bring their A game, and it should be a fun game, man. It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be a little emotional
Oh, yeah.
for everybody, maybe for the fans, maybe for myself as well. But I know that I'm gonna go out there and compete. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Because it's kind of like a thing where it's like enemies on the court, but off the court, you guys are like still friends, obviously, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're both from Tacoma, Washington,
Oh, yeah.
which is south of Seattle, which
Yeah.
is a small area. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're both from the same area, and we both want to see each other be successful. So
Yeah.
that's what the game of basketball is all about. It's not about being friends when you step on the court, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go out there and compete.
You're right. So I know that you're like a defensive mastermind, right? My question that I've just been wondering is, aren't you like ever scared of getting your ankles broken?
I'm not. The reason why I'm not is because I know it comes with, the territory. It comes with basketball. You play the game of basketball. you're eventually gonna get crossed over, man. And defense for me is all about effort and playing hard for your team. So if I fall down, I'm just gonna get back up and do the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
So I don't care about getting embarrassed. I think that's what makes me
Yeah.
such a good defender as well.
That's a good mentality to have. So would you rather get your ankles broken really bad or get dunked on?
I would say I would like to get my ankles broken
Really?
before I get dunked on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Who is the toughest player that you had to play against or just guard?
Toughest player. I think people hear me say it all the time. There's a lot of good guards like the John Walls, and all those guys are really hard to guard.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's multiple players. It's definitely hard to guard Kyrie, but
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of point guards, man. You got Russell West. You got some tough matchups, man. But one thing I can say is that I look forward to those matchups, and I appreciate what those guys bring to the game because it's fun. It makes it competitive, and it makes it a joy for me to play and for the fans to watch.
You're right. So who's someone's game that you really admire in the NBA or just maybe like want to mimic?
Now or someone that was in the past?
Give me someone from the past and someone now.
Someone now. It's hard to say. I don't know off the top of my head now. Maybe Russell Westbrook. I really admire what he brings to the game. His fire, his passion for the game, how hard he plays the entire game. Like you can't teach that, man. That's just a passion and a love for not only the game but for wanting to compete. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
His his approach to the game. And I would say an old player is probably Gary Payton. Me growing up in Seattle,
I could see that.
And the reason why I say Gary Payton is it's not only because of defense, but I think it's because of offense too. His offense kind of went unknown, but
Yeah.
Gary Payton was a offensive player, man. Like he was a tough matchup for people to guard, and that's kind of how I see myself. Like I believe that my defense is more elite than my offense, but I still go out there and I compete on both ends of the floor. So
Yeah.
I know it's hard and fun for people to go up against me because they don't get a break
Okay.
on
Got
either
you.
ends.
Yeah. So I was wondering about your music taste on the way here. Who are like some people that you listen to before games or on the bus ride to games?
Well, before the game, I like to listen to. I listen to meditation stuff, man. Like I listen to Deepak Chopra before every single game. Like on my way to the game, that's what I listen to. Like I
Okay.
go slow. I drive slow to the game. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like I might take all the back streets so I can just lock in. And I go to the game. I'm at the arena 2 hours before my teammates even get there.
Yeah.
I like to do that so I can lock in and make sure I'm prepared for the game in every way. But I like Nipsey Hussle. I don't really listen to that much music before the game. It depends on how I feel. Like
Okay,
you know
your
what I
mood,
mean.
yeah.
But when I'm in the mood for. But I really like meditation before the game. I like to be relaxed.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
heard that before. Are there any like hip hop artists that you listen to maybe to pump you up?
Yeah, I listen to Nipsey Hussle. I listen to Young Jeezy.
Okay. Old school.
I listen to Drake.
Okay. Of course. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I listen to a little bit of everybody, but Nipsey Hussle, I listen to West Coast rappers. That's what I
Okay.
usually listen to.
Give me your top 3 rappers of all time.
Top 3 of all time. You know what? I never was really a Jay-Z fan.
Really?
Never. Until this last album just came out.
444. Okay.
I mean, that was probably some of the best music I ever heard. So
Definitely.
he's definitely number one. And
Yeah.
after me, like, listening to the album and
Just changed everything.
yeah, it changed everything.
Wow.
For me. Like, I don't think there's anybody close.
Okay. Well, that's Jay. That's one.
Drake is number 2 for me.
Okay.
Hands down. After him, I don't know.
Mhm.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
Basically those two.
I guess I can say out of respect, like a Lil Wayne, you know what
Okay.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really listen to his music as much now, but
Yeah.
back in the day, I think Lil Wayne was definitely on top. So out of respect, I would say Lil Wayne and
Yeah.
maybe like Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah.
He's dope.
Did you go to his tour? Because I know you went
I
to
didn't.
Seattle.
I wish.
Oh, you didn't go.
I wish. I didn't go. Who else? I put Nipsey Hussle in there just
Yeah.
because I like his music,
And
and that's
West
it,
Coast.
man. I don't
Yeah.
have a last one, but yeah,
I see.
Maybe Young Jeezy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've known, but it's kind of like a thing now where the Western Conference is just like a bit more competitive, mostly because of the Golden State Warriors aspect. So what's your take on this and if that should be fixed or if it needs to be fixed?
You want to know something? It's funny that people say that because I don't think that I wouldn't say the West is better than the East.
Okay.
I do think the West has a lot of talent. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of known players, but this is the NBA, man. Like players are good. It's
Yeah.
not like this is Pee Wee League against
Yeah. Yeah.
playing against college
Of
players. You
course.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah.
there's teams on the East that go on the West and clear out the West Coast trip.
Yeah.
They win every game on West Coast trips, and
Okay.
it doesn't matter what a team's record is.
Yeah.
Philly didn't have the best record last year, but they're a good team.
Oh yeah.
They went to the West Coast and they
And they
almost
made a
beat
good run.
Golden
Yeah.
State. They
Yeah.
almost beat everybody.
That's
So,
true. Yeah.
I just think it should stay the same. The fans should look out for an exciting year, and this is why new stars are made every single year.
Yeah.
All that means is that there's going to be more stars and more opportunities on the East for people to show what they have and become superstars in the NBA, just
Okay.
like big names that are on the West.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, last question for you. You were once a kid. You had big dreams. I don't know. Maybe I've heard that you wanted to be a football player before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So football, but then NBA and stuff. There's like kids all here. There's kids like me, everyone, and we all have big dreams to make it and live our dream jobs. What's some advice that you can give us?
I think the best advice that I can give you guys is continue to work hard, always believe in yourself, and I think hard work pays off. You know what I mean? It might not pay off right away, but if you continue to keep working hard and grinding and surrounding yourself with people that have the same interests as you, I feel like it's a perfect plan for success, and that's something that I learned at a young age, and I continue to do that, man. And there's been times that I wanted to give up. Of course, I feel
Yeah.
like everybody has those times where they feel like the hard work isn't paying off.
How'd
But
you get through that?
it eventually does, man. It catches up because I continue to have faith and I continue to keep working. I didn't let that be. I didn't let it not coming right away get me off my track. I just continue to work hard. There's been times that even when I was in the NBA my rookie year, I started to feel like I wasn't an NBA player. I was like, man, I don't deserve to be here. But I remembered when I was a kid, when I almost stopped playing basketball because I was like, man, I'm working out hard every year, and after my 10th grade summer, I felt like I was should have been ranked higher, and
Yeah.
the rankings came out, and I dropped.
Oh, really?
To like 100, and my best friend actually went up to top 10,
Yeah.
and he was the number 2 point guard in the nation. And in my head, I'm thinking like I'm better, and I'm working harder, and I'm doing this, and
Didn't that motivate you to want to be better?
it motivated
Exactly.
me.
Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna say. All those things, like when you're not where you're supposed to be, you should use that as motivation, man.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it. That's how I look at my story in the NBA. I didn't become a superstar right away,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's similar. It's going to end up being a story just like when I was in high school.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's a reminder for me to keep working because
Yeah.
I feel like whenever you're just given stuff or whenever you're just on top right away, like sometimes you can forget to stop working. And,
Yeah.
whenever things take a little while, is obviously because your path is supposed to be to humble you and help you continue to work. And that's why I think the sky's the limit for me for the rest of my career.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I have a chance to be an all-star, man. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the best advice that I can give anyone that,
Thanks for that. Yeah.
wants to be successful, man.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing, I just want to say thank you to Avery Bradley. Shout out.
Thank you, man.
Great
Thanks for
camp
having me.
and influencing all these kids. I can't believe it, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you.